Women don't even know what men find attractive. And I know that for a fact because every single time I sit with a chick and talk to her, especially for the first time or on a date or something, she's saying always completely the wrong thing. She's saying exactly which makes me less attracted to her.
What's the worst thing a woman can say on a first date?
Traveling. I've been to here and I've been to there and I loved when I saw this. My favorite place is this. When you sit with a dude on a first date and tell him how many places you've been, all he's thinking is you've been fucked.
Yeah.
You've been fucked by who? Who paid for that?
Yeah, who paid for that?
Yeah. Oh, nice hotel, bitch. Here's the reality about it. Most men do not have happy marriages. Most men are sitting in a marriage where they don't get sex. They're not respected, working a job they hate to pay bills for kids who don't listen to them. And they're on the verge of fucking suicide. But they're afraid to get a divorce because they know the court will turn on them and destroy them. This is the reality for most men. And I know this because these are all the customers who are talking to my girls, crying their eyes out late at night halfway through a bottle of whiskey, saying they wish they could do their life again. I've seen it. I know this is true. But this is what society wants because it allows a taxpayer to raise the kids, a little family unit, put the ants in the right boxes, the government ain't gonna raise them, bang. I know that men like me are no good for a government. How am I good for a government with all my females? Imagine I started impregnating them all and whenever any one of them half annoyed me, I said, welcome to the struggle, bitch, bye. Like, who's raising those kids? A whole bunch of cucks and the government is. I don't give a fuck, I won't do it. I know men like me are hard to control. Men like me are the absolute public enemy number one. They don't want people thinking like me. So, of course, that's the whole point of the man, the woman, and that's why they say, if you're a real man and you give some money to some dangerous people, we won't tell that story. But I needed money fast. And I had 70 grand, I needed 100 to stay alive. And I wasn't fighting for a while. That was the time, it was the only way I was making money. So I thought, you know what? I'm sitting there. I had 70 grand cash in my house. I'm sitting there and I'm like, you know what? Sometimes, Tate, God just loves you and you just get lucky. You're gonna go to the casino and you're gonna make the 30. So I told Tristan my plan. And he's like, bro, what if you don't do it? I was like, bro, if I don't do it, we're fucked anyway. Like, they're gonna get us eventually, we're gonna end up dead. So I took 20 of the money, went to the casino, and lost it all. Came home, now I'm 50 G's down. So I said to Tristan, we got a week to pay this money. I'm not gonna leave my bedroom till I find a way to make 50 grand. So he's like, all right, cool. Because I think was it Newton? One of the scientists was a really weird guy. And if he had a scientific problem, he'd sit in his room and not leave until he worked it out. So I decided to become Newton. Maybe it was him, maybe it wasn't him. So I'm sitting in my room. So I started thinking, okay, let me approach this logically. I'm a very intelligent man. Let's do this. What do I need? Let's start at the very beginning. What do I want? Money. What is money? So I started researching what is money. What is money? How does it work? Federal Reserve, fractional reserve banking, interest, inflation, da-da. And by the time I got to the end of about a day and a half's research on money, I was really pissed off because I realized that money's bullshit. It's not even fucking real, and I don't have any. So now I'm double mad because I'm like, this is fucking imaginary trash linked to nothing, and I ain't got none. So I was really pissed. So I'm watching all these fucking videos and doing all this research on like assets, liabilities, blah, blah, blah. And then I got a piece of pen and paper. I've been taking notes the whole time. And I got to the point where I was trying to write down my assets. So I got a BMW. What's that worth? 22 grand something. I had a rented apartment. I'm big and strong, but I'm already fighting. I'm smart, but I'm already trying to make money. I'm just writing down everything I have. And I had like these 5 girlfriends from fighting all around the world, right? So I'd fly to Paris, I'd knock someone out, I'd fuck a ring girl. And then she'd be like, oh, you're the champ, you're the champ. I'm like, yeah, I love you too, baby. And I'd leave. And they'd think like I was this big baller in London. I mean, I had an apartment and a nice car. My life was fine. But I also had some problems from a previous life, which I can't talk about on the internet. And they were still in love with me. So I was texting all these bitches, whatever. So I had these 5 girlfriends in these 5 different cities all around the world. So I thought, well, are the girls an asset? Well, they have beauty. Beauty's valuable. So I guess they're an asset. Maybe they can like lend me the money or get jobs and pay me the money or some shit. Because I need to pay this money. I'll pay them back, but I need to pay this money. So I wrote them down. Anyway, as I was thinking again, can these chicks help me in any way? One of the girls offered to lend me like 5 G's or something. It didn't really help. And I'm sitting there thinking, can these chicks help me in any way? And I'm not a ruthless person. I'm really not an evil person that they try and paint me on the internet. I am not the guy who's going to put a bitch on the track. I'm not the guy who's going to hard pimp a bitch, make her fuck dudes. I'm not that guy. I don't like those kind of things. I don't want anyone to touch my chick. Strip club, maybe, but then to open a strip club, you need money, right? How the fuck you open a strip club with no money? You need to build a strip club. It takes money. So I'm sitting there
And I'm Googling on the internet, like strip clubs or I was Googling like remote jobs, London, trying to see if there was some remote work I could tell my girlfriends to do online remotely to get the money. And I could tell the guys, look, I'll have the money by this day. And then between me and them and more of the incomes, I could pool the money and get the money, boom, boom. And while I'm looking up remote jobs, in the corner, one of them little videos comes up, talk to live girls now. You know those fucking things are on the porn sites. I didn't know how big like chatting to girls on the internet was. So I clicked on this advert. There's some chick sitting there talking to dudes, putting money on one of these websites. And I was like, I wonder how much she's getting. So then I start looking into this webcam thing and I realized these girls are making bank. These girls are making fucking money. So that was the plan. I was like, all right, cool. The girls are gonna be webcam girls. So I originally thought I'll set them all up remotely and they'll do it all from home and send me the money. What money is they want? Are they really gonna give me the money? You know, am I gonna end up with the money or is this gonna go bad for me? Plus, now they need tech. I'm gonna have to send them money to buy tech. Do I really trust the bitch to send the money? Is she gonna work hard? Is she gonna set it up right? This might all go wrong. So the only answer is I gotta bring them all to me and I gotta be in charge. So I flew all 5 chicks in. None of them knew about each other, nothing. Thank you. Sat down at a nice restaurant. Me, Tristan, he flew 2, I flew 5, 7 girls. So look, about to get rich, this is my plan. I'm gonna do this.
Here's the reality about it. Most men do not have happy marriages. Most men are sitting in a marriage where they don't get sex, they're not respected, working a job they hate to pay bills for kids who don't listen to them, and they're on the verge of fucking suicide, but they're afraid to get a divorce because they know the court will turn on them and destroy them. This is the reality for most men. And I know this because these are all the customers who are talking to my girls, crying their eyes out late at night halfway through a bottle of whiskey, saying they wish they could do their life again. I've seen it. I know this is true. But this is what society wants because it allows a taxpayer to raise the kids, a little family unit, put the ants in the right boxes, the government ain't gonna raise them, bang. I know that men like me are no good for a government. How am I good for a government with all my females? Imagine I started impregnating them all and whenever any one of them half annoyed me, I said, welcome to the struggle, bitch, bye. Like, who's raising those kids? A whole bunch of cucks and the government is. I don't give a fuck, I won't do it. I know men like me are hard to control. Men like me are the absolute public enemy #1. They don't want people thinking like me. So, of course, that's the whole point of the man, the woman, and that's why they say if you're a real man and if you really loved her, you wouldn't cheat. That is complete bullshit. It's absolute bullshit. It's not true.